Okay, guys. Now we will discuss about the circle case problem, and we will find the solutions for this brand during the research process. Our group conducted on-site surveys and several circuit store in the Hanoi, uh, primarily in the cozy areas, and I interviewed several former employers, mostly part-time staff, and through this, we found that although Circle K has a strong brand and a fairly professional operating system, many problems related to human resources management still exist. These are the issue we need to address, and I will give my personal opinion first, and everyone can listen and give the feedback later. Okay, the first one is the most, I think it's the most important. Is the biggest problem we obsess is a high turnover rate and the lack of employee motivation. Through interview with the several part-time employees, I found that many only work for about 1 to 3 months before quitting, and the reasons given were quite similar. The job was too stressful, and the income wasn't attractive enough. They didn't see any long-term career development opportunity. Um, this led to their store constantly having to recruit the new staff, and one managers I asked us said that on average they had to change to 2 to 3 new employees per month to compensate for those who quit, and this is the significant challenge for them. Um, or more, not to mention the frequently staff shortage, especially during peak evening hours or weekends. Some shifts have only two or one people handling everything. They, hire one person do everything. Yeah. So I think another problem is that the training process for new employees is still um, limited. The new employees only learns from their older, I mean, the old employees rather than receiving systematics or step-by-step trainings. I think this is also a limitations. Yeah.
I agree with you, and especially the part about high turnover being a long-term organization issue better and than a maybe a temporary problem. So I think it's the case very familiar workplace for student and part-time worker. However, from my observation and from talking to a part-time employee who used to work there, the high turnover rate is not a random problem. It's mainly come from several organizational behavior issues. So first, work motivation is quite low. According to Headback two-factor theory, salary alone cannot truly motivate employees. Real motivation comes from recognition and sense of achievement. So the employee are taught to set that even when they work hard during busy serve, they rarely receive pay or encouragement. Most tasks were repetitive, repetitive, such as cash work and cleaning, which make them feel that their effort were not valued. So because of this, many part-time workers only see the job as temporary. The second, I think, receive unfairness is other issue. Based on Adam equalities, employee compare the effort with the reward they receive. So the workers share that part-time staff are often asked to work extra shift, handle many tasks, or accept the sudden schedule change, but they are not properly recognized. So this creates feeling is unfairness and reduce the trust in management. So finally, the leadership and workload also play an important role. Some store apply a strict management style, focusing more on mistake than support. So changing for a new employee is often short, so they feel maybe nervous and stressed. During busy hour, workers must handle many tasks at once, which easily lead to burnout. Well, I see many of them also feel replaceable and not truly part of their organization.
Well, following up on Jim's part, now I will apply the OP concept to solve the problem. To reduce the high turnover and low motivation among the part-time employees at the Circle K, the company should apply the key organizational behavior principle to improve the work environment and employee engagement. According to Hesberg two-factor theory, Circle K shouldn't ensure basic working conditions but also motivates employees through recognition, rewards, uh, positive feedback, and meaningful tasks. Based on the Maslow hierarchy of needs, the stable working hours and a respectful, supportive workspace can help employees feel safe and valued. Moreover, the academic equity theory shows that fairness is important, so Circle K should be more transparent in shift scheduling, workload distribution, and overtime compensation to improve job satisfaction. The leadership also play a key role. Using transformational and situational leadership styles can help managers support employee development and adapt to different to employee needs, especially for new hires. Furthermore, better training and mentoring, uh, as suggested by organizational socialization theory, can reduce stress and confusion, while job redesign and proper workload management can prevent burnout. Finally, creating a positive organizational culture where part-time employees feel respect and include will strengthen their sense of belonging and encourage them to stay with the company.
So, with the issue that Trump mentioned and all the stem from systematic management and the problem, and based on the link OB theory, I will clearly outline the what Circle K need to do in the three main steps. So in the short term, they need to focus on improving the motivation and a sense of fairness, like Sergey should enhance the employee recognition through the simple method such as the praise, positive feedback, or the small reward. The work schedule need to be more stable and transparent to create a sense of the security. Shift and task assignment should also have a clear rule and avoiding the favoritism and ensuring the employee feel treated fairly. So the next is in the medium term, the role of the store manager is crucial So the Circle K needs to train the manager in the people-oriented leadership. They need to emphasizing the communication, the feedback, and employee support. The simulator, Nestle training and onboarding the process should be the standard style so that new employee can understand their job and integrate more quickly. And the final is the long term. So they need to reconsider to the job design and build a positive organization culture. The job rotation will help reduce the boredom and the stress. So creating an environment of respect, listening, and engagement will help part-time job employee feels a sense of belonging. But however, the implementation will face some challenge such as the budget constraint, resistance from management, the specific of part-time work, and the risk of inconsistency application across the store. So before the solution with a significant impact and ensuring the consistency in the implementation should be the prioritized. So that is my opinion. If anyone had anything to add, please speak up or move on the next part.
Okay, I agree with you guys. Additionally, I will briefly talk more about the possible unintended consequences associated with Vietnam and how the organization should communicate solutions based on OB theories. First, improving communication, teamwork, and motivation is a positive goal, but it can also create unexpected problems. According to Robbins and Just, communication is effective early when it's clear and, and structured. In a fast-paced environment like Circuit Vietnam, encouraging too much feedback and discussion can cause information overload. This makes it harder for managers to make quick decisions and may reduce efficiency instead of improving it. And another important issue is emotional labor and burnout. At Silk Vietnam, employees may feel pressures to to speak up even when they feel uncomfortable. Store managers face even higher emotional demands because they must manage employees' emotions, solve conflicts, and keep the store operating smoothly over time. This continuous emotional effort can lead to emotional exhaustion and burnout.
Um, I agree with you because in Vietnam's employees often avoid talking or sharing about their emotional problems, partly due to the habits and largely due to the fear that managements might have a basis on negative feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And moreover, fairness and role clarity are also concerns. Robbins and just point out that when employees feel rewards and recognitions are unfair, job satisfaction and commitment decrease. Uh, dif- different differences in stores. Workload may cause employees in busy stores to feel under-recognized. In addition, empowerment without clear role parity can create role ambiguity, which increase stress and contributes to burnout. And as explained by by maskless and later because of the risk. Communication is critical when implementing change. Managers should communicate findings and solutions in a simple and practical way using real examples from daily store operations instead of criticizing current practice. Communication should focus on improvement, reduction, and clear roles. These have reduced resistance and increased acceptance. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Um, I think everyone's suggestions are quite good and enough. We can start working on it and then provide feedback in the content of reports. So, do anyone have other suggestions or questions? No.
I think we have enough information to do the report. So
Okay,
I
so that's all. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, everyone.